Today I'm going to show you guys Olympic Row, the Olympic Park, and a little bit of just the overall area of Jamsil, which is the place that I stayed in when I first visited Korea 2 years ago. So in 1988, Seoul hosted the Summer Olympics. They had, all the stuff needed to do it, and then after it was all done, they changed it into a park, and now it's some place that a lot of people visit, and not just visit for like tourist reasons, but also just to get exercise and see pretty sights. So this is actually the way to what you just saw in the very beginning. There's Olympic Row, which row is like street kind of deal, but it also sounds like street as opposed with row. You walk down and you continually see all these statues they put of all the sports that happened at the Summer Olympics, and like the shot put one was one of my favorite, but just like every single I want to say like maybe 20 feet there was another statue, different styles, different arts, heavily detailed, modern, whatever it was. So it's really cool just to walk down this area, and then, as usual in Korea, there's the side streets that are very interesting to walk down as well. So you can see kind of just me zooming up on where eventually we're going to get to, which is where we started off the video with, which is just the Olympic Gate. I actually don't know the official word for it, but that's what I've seen and remember calling it. But it's like a huge area. There is a tourist information booth to the right, and then there's just a lot of cultural significance. That is, you can see, I guess, here. I'm not actually sure what these are supposed to be, but I took footage of it. This makes a little more sense. This is the Olympic torch, Seoul Peace Declaration. You guys can actually pause and read what it says, but it's everlasting. It's covered by the huge structure, so it doesn't, get rained on. As you walk forward, you see all the flags. It's pretty cool just to walk around and see just like literally every single flag, as well as just more statues in general, like good ambiance of a park. There's cafes, as well as you can rent these bikes that people are walking or riding around on, and it's generally like a nice place to go to for like a family trip or even like school trips. So funnily enough, while we were there, this is just footage of the park as you actually go in. It's a rather large park. With a lot of different stuff, because it also still holds a lot of the old Olympic buildings that they just used to rent out to like teams and like high school teams and whatnot. But anyways, while we were here, they actually were having, I guess, like school photos being taken. So they were all like getting very fancy photos, and we had to like walk around them. And I don't know, I guess it's a very nice, pretty spot, so that makes sense. But these are the buildings that I'm talking about. They literally just kept like a lot of the stuff that was used in the Olympics. Obviously, they put a lot of money into it, but it doesn't have to go to waste. So people just can like go into the huge halls and actually play the sports and use the swimming facilities and the weightlifting facilities and all that type of stuff. And then there's also some things they added on, I guess, just to make sure you really got the impression that it was a nice place if you didn't already, being a park and all. They added this rose park, just like it's a huge rose garden just with all different types of roses. Very pretty. You have to walk a little beyond what the actual like Olympic Park kind of is, but not too far. But once you get here, it's pretty worth it. Like, these are just very, very beautiful flowers. I took my mom, so she was extra appreciative. She likes to garden. But even I was pretty astounded just how many types there were, how many roses there were. I mean, they have them listed in both Korean and in English for what type they are, and even my mom didn't recognize some of them. So I don't know. I was quite impressed. It was a very beautiful place to be, and the idea is really just to walk around and enjoy nature. And you can see here that they have very huge like chimes that are all placed together to look like the Korean flag. And you can just walk around the flowers and take a break and eat some lunch and just have a peaceful evening. So that about does it. Olympic Park is a really nice place to go, and honestly, the city that it's in is also well known for shopping and just general culture. So even if you don't really want to walk around a park for hours and hours. It can be quite a hike sometimes. You can still just go to the area, see the gate, see the Olympic torch and all that, and then also just go shopping at some of the world's largest shopping areas and go up the what is now, I guess, the #1 tallest tower in Korea that is open with an observatory deck. That's what you saw earlier. Basically, there's a lot of stuff to do anywhere you go in Korea, and this place is no different, except it has some historical significance, being the spot of the 1988 Korean Olympics.